Ever wondered if there's something women universally desire but rarely ever speak about? Something that 99% of women would love for you to do, but they'd never explicitly tell you. It's not a grand, showy gesture or something you might typically expect. It's something much deeper, a core trait that has been valued for millennia, particularly in Stoic philosophy. This quality is not just attractive. It fosters trust, admiration, and respect, making you a partner women feel safe and secure with. Imagine having this unspoken key to connection, a way to create more meaningful relationships by simply being. What if I told you this one principle, rooted in the wisdom of ancient Stoicism, could transform your interactions with women forever? Let's uncover the subtle yet powerful truth women secretly crave but seldom reveal. Relationships are at the core of human experience, shaping our happiness, growth, and understanding of ourselves. Over centuries, philosophers and thinkers from all cultures have tried to decipher the intricacies of relationships. Modern psychological studies often echo what ancient wisdom has taught us for years. Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, provides us with timeless principles that guide not just how we handle personal adversity, but how we engage with others, particularly in romantic relationships. The society often emphasizes charisma, looks, and material success. Stoicism dives beneath the surface, teaching us that what truly attracts and sustains meaningful relationships is rooted in internal virtues. These virtues are what make us grounded, consistent, and emotionally resilient, qualities that 99% of women find deeply attractive, even though they may never tell you directly. This video explores these unspoken desires and how the Stoic way of life can help you embody the traits that most women seek in a partner, fostering a sense of security, respect, and admiration. Consistency in character, the bedrock of trust. One of the most important qualities that Stoicism emphasizes is consistency, specifically consistency of character. For the Stoics, being grounded in your values, regardless of external circumstances, was a fundamental principle. Women, too, seek this consistency, even if it's rarely articulated. A man who can maintain his composure, integrity, and principles through the highs and lows of life is not just attractive, he's trustworthy. Consistency in character makes you reliable, someone who can be depended upon in good times and bad. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote extensively about staying true to your values no matter what. In his meditations, he often reflects on how external events should not dictate our internal state. Women appreciate this consistency because it fosters a sense of security. They feel safe when they know that you won't change who you are based on the external pressures of the world. This stability allows them to let their guard down, to trust that you will remain calm, composed, and true to yourself, even in challenging situations. Imagine a scenario where life throws its inevitable challenges at you, whether it's a sudden job loss, a disagreement with friends, or a personal failure. The way you handle these situations will speak volumes. A Stoic man understands that these external events are beyond his control, but how he reacts to them is entirely within his power. By demonstrating resilience, you convey to the woman in your life that you are strong in character, someone who will not crumble under pressure. Women might not express this need for consistency directly because it's often an expectation rather than a request. However, when they see inconsistency, such as reacting impulsively, breaking promises, or allowing your mood to shift drastically with circumstances, they lose trust in your reliability. By practicing Stoic consistency, you can fulfill this unspoken desire and build deeper emotional connections based on trust. Active listening, valuing her inner world. In our fast-paced, digitally driven world, many people struggle with genuine, mindful communication. Active listening, a critical element of Stoic philosophy, is often overlooked but immensely valued in relationships. Stoicism teaches us to be present in every moment and to truly engage with what others are saying, rather than being caught up in our own thoughts or judgments. Women, like all people, want to feel heard and understood. Active listening is more than nodding your head or responding with superficial acknowledgements. It's about tuning into the underlying emotions, thoughts, and experiences that are being shared. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, often emphasized the importance of being present and paying attention to others. Epictetus, another great Stoic, highlighted that we should focus on listening more than speaking, as wisdom comes from understanding others. When a woman shares her thoughts, concerns, or feelings, your ability to actively listen without judgment or impatience shows a profound level of respect. Most men, in an attempt to fix things or offer solutions, often miss the opportunity to truly connect by simply listening. What women desire, often unspoken, is for their emotions to be validated, their concerns understood, and their words heard without interruption or immediate solutions. The practice of active listening not only fosters intimacy, but also reflects emotional intelligence, a trait highly prized in relationships. By slowing down, staying present, and giving her your undivided attention, you communicate that her inner world matters to you. This simple yet powerful Stoic practice of listening is something that many women quietly long for, but rarely ask for outright. Emotional control, the calm in the storm. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is emotional control. In life, we cannot control external events, but we can always control our reactions to them. This principle, when applied to relationships, becomes a source of immense strength and attractiveness. In times of conflict or stress, maintaining emotional control signals maturity and reliability, qualities that are deeply appreciated but rarely explicitly requested. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the power of controlling one's mind rather than external circumstances. He believed that peace comes from mastering your reactions, not the world around you. For women, emotional control in a partner is a sign of stability and strength. It reassures them that you will not act out of anger, frustration, or fear, but will approach challenges with calmness and rationality. Imagine facing a disagreement or misunderstanding in your relationship. Instead of reacting impulsively or defensively, a Stoic man would take a step back, breathe, and approach the situation with composure. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions. Instead, it means processing them in a way that doesn't harm the relationship. Women admire this calmness because it creates an environment where open, honest communication can flourish without the fear of escalation or emotional turbulence. Emotional control also plays a role in handling the ups and downs of life outside the relationship. A man who remains composed in the face of adversity, whether it's a financial setback, a career challenge, or a personal loss, shows that he can navigate life's storms without being overwhelmed. This resilience, a key Stoic trait, is incredibly attractive because it conveys that you are a partner who can be counted on no matter what. Independence and self-sufficiency. A strong foundation. Another pillar of Stoicism is self-sufficiency. The Stoics believed that true happiness and contentment come from within, and that we should not rely on external factors for our emotional well-being. This independence is not about isolation or emotional detachment, but about having a strong foundation within yourself, which ultimately enriches relationships. Women are drawn to men who have their own sense of purpose, passions, and goals. They don't want to be the center of your universe, but rather a part of your larger, fulfilling life. Stoic men are independent in spirit, knowing that their worth is not tied to external validation or the success of a relationship. This independence is attractive because it shows that you are emotionally resilient and capable of handling life's challenges without becoming overly dependent on others. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Mastering yourself means cultivating a sense of inner peace and purpose that is not reliant on the approval or presence of others. Women appreciate this self-sufficiency because it creates a balanced dynamic where both partners are contributing equally to the relationship without one person being overly dependent on the other for emotional fulfillment. Independence also means respecting your partner's individuality. A Stoic man understands that his partner, too, has her own life, goals, and passions. He supports her in her pursuits, just as he expects her to support him in his. This mutual respect for each other's independence creates a partnership where both individuals can grow and thrive together without feeling suffocated or constrained. Respect, the cornerstone of healthy relationships. Respect is a fundamental Stoic virtue, and it is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. The Stoics believed in treating everyone, regardless of status or gender, with respect and dignity. This respect goes beyond superficial politeness. It is about recognizing the inherent worth of every individual and treating them accordingly. Women may not always articulate their need for respect, but they certainly notice when it's lacking. A Stoic man respects his partner not just in the way he speaks to her, but in the way he values her opinions, supports her goals, and treats her equal. In Stoicism, respect is not contingent on what the other person can offer you. It is a virtue that should be practiced for its own sake without expecting anything in return. This approach naturally fosters an environment of mutual respect and admiration, which is essential for any relationship to thrive. In many cases, women won't explicitly ask for respect because it is often assumed. However, actions speak louder than words. Small gestures, such as truly listening to her opinions, treating her with kindness even in disagreements, and valuing her contributions, demonstrate a level of respect that goes beyond the surface. Patience, the virtue of understanding. Patience is a virtue that Stoicism highly values, and it is one that women deeply appreciate, even if they don't ask for it directly. Building a meaningful relationship takes time, and rushing things can often lead to misunderstandings or disappointment. Stoicism teaches the importance of enduring challenges with grace and understanding that everything worthwhile takes time. Women appreciate men who are patient, not just in the sense of waiting for the relationship to progress, but in understanding that people need time to grow, evolve, and work through their own challenges. A patient man doesn't rush to conclusions or push for immediate solutions. Instead, he allows the relationship to develop naturally without forcing things to happen prematurely. In a world that often emphasizes instant gratification, patience is a rare and valuable trait. Women might not say it outright, but they notice and appreciate men who are willing to invest in the long-term health of the relationship rather than seeking quick fixes or immediate results. Vulnerability, strength in openness. Contrary to popular belief, vulnerability is not a weakness. In fact, many women find vulnerability in a man to be an indication of true emotional strength. Stoicism often gets misinterpreted as emotional suppression, but the truth is, the Stoics advocated for emotional regulation, not repression. Being vulnerable in the right context is a way to build deep emotional intimacy. Women appreciate when a man can open up about his fears, challenges, or struggles. This doesn't mean being emotionally dependent or oversharing, but showing that you are human and capable of reflection. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about his struggles and imperfections in Meditations, proving that even the most disciplined minds had moments of vulnerability. It's through these admissions of personal challenges that growth happens, and a deeper emotional connection can form between partners. By being vulnerable in a relationship, you create an environment where emotional honesty is valued. It tells women that you are secure enough to share parts of yourself without fear of judgment. While they may not always ask for this explicitly, they will appreciate a man who can show emotional depth and openness. Gratitude, the power of appreciation. Gratitude is a powerful Stoic practice, and it plays an essential role in relationships. Women value a man who can appreciate the little things in life and show gratitude, not just for the big, obvious gestures, but for the everyday moments that often go unnoticed. Expressing gratitude demonstrates that you're present in the relationship and value your partner's contributions. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, often emphasized the importance of gratitude in leading a fulfilling life. By practicing gratitude, you acknowledge the good things around you, which makes your partner feel seen and appreciated. It's not about constantly showering her with compliments, but about recognizing and valuing the efforts she makes, even if they are subtle. Women, though they might not ask for appreciation directly, crave acknowledgement of their emotional and physical efforts in the relationship. A simple thank you or recognition of her support can go a long way in strengthening your bond. This consistent expression of gratitude nurtures positivity, mutual respect, and a deeper emotional connection. Empathy, understanding her perspective. Empathy is an often overlooked virtue, but it is critical in any relationship. The ability to understand and share the feelings of another person fosters a deep emotional connection. In Stoicism, empathy goes hand in hand with wisdom. Epictetus, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, advised that we seek to understand others by putting ourselves in their shoes. For women, feeling understood is incredibly important. When a man shows empathy, it demonstrates that he values her perspective and is willing to make an effort to understand her emotional world. It's about more than just listening. It's about validating her experiences and making her feel seen. By practicing empathy, you create a safe space for her to express herself fully. Empathy also helps prevent misunderstandings and conflicts, as you are better equipped to see things from her point of view